This is Oakland, California.
The owner of this property is not responsible for any theft or vandalism. The owner of this property is not responsible for
Lawlessness, crime, homelessness, police giving up, businesses closing, and with one of every 30 residents having their car stolen last year, a 38% increase in robberies, 23% increase in burglaries, and 44% increase in motor vehicle theft, In-N-Out made history by closing their first store in 75 years due to the rampant crime happening at their Oakland location, with the Oakland Police Union calling for Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao to resign, claiming the city has become an international embarrassment under her leadership, and with many residents believing the police no longer have their back in the event of a crime, and with the district attorney focusing on not incarcerating criminals, many Oakland residents believe they need new leadership to restore Oakland to the cultural capital it once was.
Target enslaved my ancestors a year ago.
Target?
I'm black, I'm a woman, and I'm a worker, and I'm queer. So I've got 4 different oppressional systems already fighting against me.
Yeah, I've been assaulted by a man. He hit me 5 times in my face already.
I got kidnapped and taken against my will.
So I met up with Bay Area native and investigative journalist Darren Stalcup to hit the streets and see what's really going on in Oakland. Okay, look at that. Suspected fire right here. This thing is torn up. We got more and more mobile units people are living in. The homelessness is unending. Literally.
The
graffiti on the wall, skid marks on the ground. We need to be careful out here. The f is that? The cops trailing us. The f is this corruption?
No, he's just giving us an escort. He knows
Think
where.
so?
Yeah, he knows we
He's
are.
giving us an escort?
Yeah. Right now, there's a cop following us.
What's going on here? Why are we the ones being followed? I don't know why we're being followed when there's no doubt criminal activity left, right, and center.
A lot of the kids have guns now, so when I'm walking around, I'm not looking for some 25-year-old guy with a gun.
Watch out for 13-year-olds out here.
I'm looking for 7-year-olds with guns. Actually.
7?
I'm like.
I
love the way Tyler moves.
Hey, I definitely just ran around in front of a cop. I didn't mean it. He didn't do shit. We're headed to a giant camp. We're gonna get out there early before things get shiesty and dark. So we made our way to a massive homeless encampment directly next to the highway that would make you think we're in a third world country and not the richest area of the richest country in the world. We're going into the Lion's Den right now. We're gonna be cool, calm, and collected, mind our 6. We wanna actually get some word on the street right now. I haven't seen a true vlog or documentary or really anything recently of what's going on here in Oakland.
Every RV has like 4 Walter Whites, like 8 Jesse Pinkmans.
Lots of flies, lots of human fecal matter. There's a ton of trash behind me right now. I did not know this became a human dumping ground. This is right by the freeway, right by the Burger King. Looks to be some fire damage.
What up, fam?
How you doing? Is anyone home in the treehouse? Hi there. Is this your place right here?
Downstairs.
Okay. How long you been out here?
Oh, I've been in this for homeless in this area for about 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they do many sweeps?
They don't do shit around here.
I'm trying to figure out why we're in a first-class city and you guys are living out here in poverty, you know?
Drink history, everybody.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Drugs, too much party.
And I saw that slingshot. Is that for self-protection?
No.
No?
Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, it's someone else's? Oh.
So you're gonna hurt you. Come on in.
You sleeping here?
This is where I'm gonna be staying here.
What's with all these flies? Just the trash?
No, it's flies. They're just flies.
They're just everywhere out here?
Everywhere out here.
You use anything?
Don't use anything, no.
Nah.
Well, you know, they help more out there with their people out there in San Francisco. That Berkeley's the same way. Berkeley help the homeless.
Yeah.
Out here in Oakland, I don't know if there's too many of us or what's going on, but they just don't. To me, they don't give a crap.
Yeah.
What they want to do is they want to push us into a corner and hide us. But what they don't realize is that the problem is becoming really, really, really big.
No, have fun in the garbage.
He likes slingshots?
Yeah,
Okay. Easy, brother. See ya. And just walk with me for a second here, Darren. Just want to show the amount of trash right next to the main street. I don't understand why this is here. Why this is not swept up.
Billions of dollars have been wasted only for the situation to get worse.
I mean, trash, unending trash, people living in there. Talk to our boy, there's flies nonstop. The road is being used, so they're living right next to a freeway exit. Look at that. I mean, just zip straight through. As I would too. I mean, you gotta be smart and quick in these roads. Obviously, the smell is something you cannot experience through the camera, but you can only imagine 10, 20 years of living out here, no sewage, no running water. Feels like we're in a third world country. Tents on tents on tents, non-stop out here. Just keep in mind it's parallel to functional streets. This stuff's being used on a daily basis. I mean, just all sorts of random shit, trash, tents, people in their cars right here, living life. It is interesting. I imagine not many people walk through here. Just begs the question, why isn't this trash been swept? Do they ever clean up the trash?
Yeah, outside of clean that trash.
Yeah, full setup, trash, tents, freeway. It just baffles me that these streets are actively being used right now. Definitely interesting setup. I'm starting to get the feeling that no one ever comes out here, Darren.
This is the epitome of neglect and abandonment. This is a mecca for the destitute. Wanderers.
I mean, look right here. We have trank needles right here.
Look, 3 dogs digging through the rummage. 5 dogs. 5 dogs.
Yeah, this is sad. He has poop hanging out of him. Man, this is sad. Look at this. All these dogs out here. How long you been out here?
4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years? Is rent just too expensive or what? Yeah. ¿Cuántos años vivía aquí?
Like 7.
Tu casa?
Yeah.
7? You built this all yourself? Yeah. All right, wow. You sleep in here?
No, yet.
Okay, got it.
I live in the truck for now.
This is the story everywhere. This is a common theme, not just in Oakland or San Francisco, the Bay Area, or all across California, but all across the country. We are seeing a major shift. Not only are we witnessing the largest redistribution of wealth our country has ever seen, we are seeing the largest gap between the haves and the haves not. The middle class is dying, and people are working 9 to 5, living check to check.
¿Trabaja aquí?
No, a traer carne vengo a comprar.
Ah, aquí?
Ajá.
¿Es peligroso aquí o no?
Bien es peligroso.
Sí.
Sí,
¿Por qué?
porque hay muchos delincuentes,
Yeah. ¿Vagabundos?
vagabundos. con
¿Cuántos
delitos.
años los campos allí?
Pues aquí como uno mínimo unos 20 años.
20 años. ¿Por qué es posible que viven aquí?
Porque la policía les admiten.
Honestly, the country I grew up in is slowly but surely becoming unrecognizable. I'm not too sure if California is going to sink into the ocean or burn to the ground. We just walked through what might as well be Little Libya. I mean, it was a cesspool, feces, urine everywhere, trash, garbage. It was absolutely horrible to see the quality of life in which our fellow Americans are living in.
To the right of us, there is the red light district, unofficially. I didn't realize it. We saw 2 working girls. I would say we could go walk by. We could. You wanna?
They might say hi, huh?
They might say hi. They might tell us f off. We might get shot by a pimp. Well, real talk though, real talk. The pimps are definitely watching out here.
Oh yeah.
Let's just, why don't we turn around? Actually, let's ask this homeboy right here. Question for you. You see these chicks working the streets every day?
Yeah.
Is it dangerous having your shop out here?
He's the owner. Ask him.
Okay. Oh, he's strapped. How you doing, sir?
It's a large encampment just a block down. It goes along the freeway.
More right than we do.
Those guys
Yeah.
ever give you any trouble?
Yep.
How do you feel about Mayor Sheng Tao, the mayor of Oakland? Should she be reelected or should a new leader step in?
Right now, everything needs to change.
Did you always have the gun, or did you kind of realize I need to protect myself out here?
It's just tough around here right now.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
I
Hell
believe
yeah.
it's necessary for law-abiding citizens to have the means and capability to defend themselves. As you know, all the criminals out here have guns, so I have no problem with you. And I
Yeah,
actually feel
machine guns.
safer.
Machine guns?
I feel
Do you see yourself owning this business here in Oakland for a long time, or you want to get out of here?
40 years already.
40 years?
Yeah.
When did you notice the shift, if any?
About maybe 10 years ago.
10 years?
Things got worse and worse, and now it's just ridiculously.
Is the law enforced out here?
Lawlessness. There's nothing out here.
You think this is a good place to raise a family nowadays? No.
Definitely not.
Has anyone ever been shot at this intersection or that intersection?
Many times.
Many times?
Last week for what?
Let's talk to Sheriff real quick.
Ah.
Working girls on the streets right here, and the Sheriff. Let's say hi. Question for it. So is that legal right there?
What?
Prostitution?
But only in the city.
Okay.
Can't touch them.
Can't touch them?
They're victims.
Human trafficking?
That they need help. Exactly.
I see. All right, see you. That's interesting. I guess we just go ask. And speaking of which, we got the ambulance right in front of us. Things are happening fast out here.
Hey, that's DJ Fire Truck. That's DJ Fire Truck right there.
Is it always like this?
Yes.
Yeah. Gunshots, ambulance. Only wonder what has happened. They're dancing. All right.
pointing at me just so you know, you can see it.
Yeah, no.
All right, how you guys doing, by the way?
I'm good.
And even that cop, he said you guys being human face.
No.
No?
This is very much by choice.
Entrepreneurship?
By choice, baby.
Okay. We spoke to Luxury and Tiffany earlier about doing a little interview. Would you be interested?
Now, while my last interview with the oldest profession in human history got the entire video demonetized, if you want to hear Alexis's story, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $5 a month on patreon.com/Tyler Oliveira for early access to every video before it goes up on YouTube, extended cuts, uncensored moments like these, and DLC content that'll never be uploaded to YouTube. Help us go fully independent and continue to bring boots on the ground coverage to you that's not bought and paid for by shady corporate interests. And on our way out of the red light district, I saw this woman taping cardboard to what once was her window that appeared to have been freshly bipped.
Question for you. I'm just wondering if your car got broken into, basically. Yeah? When did this happen?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I was in the hospital. My brother had the car for me while I was in the hospital.
Okay.
I got my car back, and this is what it looked like.
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened.
You could just, I don't know. These people just don't care about other people's shit, really.
Sure. Is this something you would file a police report for, or is it kind of no use?
At this point, honey, I didn't file a police report, and I'm sure my brother didn't.
When people call 911 in Oakland, they get a voicemail, and they're told to leave a message.
It happens.
Yeah.
They can either get a voicemail or get put on hold.
They don't have enough humans to answer the phone. And even if a human does answer the phone, they're not finna come for a couple hours.
You better be dying.
Know anyone else who's had their car broken into like this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Everybody?
This isn't my first time going through this. So
how many times has it happened to you?
I can't even count on two hands. I've had my car stolen 2 or 3 times, broken into, more than 10 times.
Yeah. This is some bullshit. The fact that this is allowed, you know? The fact that the cops can't do anything or won't do anything. What up? How you doing, brother? We just talked to Auntie outside who had her car window broken in.
That's normal, man.
Normal?
Yeah, that's normal out here.
Everyday occurrence?
Rule number 1, bro, don't leave your stuff in the car.
You guys thought the bipping in San Francisco were bad? The bipping in Oakland and surrounding neighborhoods like Piedmont and Hayward and Berkeley, it's absolutely out of control.
And while the police may not do anything if you break into someone's car, commit Grand Theft Auto, steal an ATM, or beat and rob an old lady on the street, if you park on the side of the street and don't pay the meter, you will be fined and punished.
We got a $61 parking ticket. People can do fentanyl, poop on the streets, break into cars,
shoot each other.
No infractions. A little park too long? There's nowhere to park out here, by the way.
While me complaining about this parking ticket may seem silly, it highlights a fundamental double standard in how citizens who cause no harm to others are punished and held accountable for breaking the rules, while violent criminals victimizing innocents every day are allowed to do whatever they want and face little to no consequences. But with all this crime and lawlessness, why do people still live here?
Let's take a look at the beautiful skyline. This is the beauty of Oakland.
What a nice place to live.
Definitely. I would definitely not raise a family here, but I respect those who have the balls to do it.
Oakland has better, sunnier weather than its older brother San Francisco. It's more affordable, it's a cool cultural melting pot, and it's a quick 35-minute commute to San Francisco. With all these benefits, a lot of people want to live here, even if they can't afford the median $2,255 per month in rent, leading countless to get priced out of their apartments and to set up tents wherever they can get away with it. And just underneath the bridge in this beautiful park, you'll find people living in tents completely blocking the entire sidewalk. But before I talk to these people living under the bridge,
I recently found out I was paying $13 a month for Duolingo, $12 a month for Crunchyroll, $50 a year for a sleep tracking app, and $100 a year for HBO Max that I don't even use anymore. And I only learned this because the sponsor of this video, Rocket Money. I signed up for Rocket Money, linked my bank account in 2 seconds, tapped recurring payments to see what unwanted payments I had, and after a few taps, they were all canceled. No 2-hour-long customer service phone calls and no email chains begging them to cancel my subscription. Just a few taps on Rocket Money and I was saving hundreds of dollars per year on unwanted subscriptions and countless hours spent trying to cancel them. On average, members save over $720 per year with over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. If you want to save more and spend less and join the over 5 million members using Rocket Money today, go to rocketmoney.com/Tyler Oliveira or click the link in the description to get started today for free. Thanks again, Rocket Money, and now back to Oakland. We're talking to folks out here in Oakland who ended up on the streets. You got any thoughts?
I think it's a crazy lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's something to get used to when you're not used to it. I've been in a house my whole life, and now unhoused means anybody that doesn't rent.
Sure.
I have a trailer, and it gets breaking into every week.
Yeah.
The city does more damage than the people who are living on the streets. They wouldn't be on the streets if the community and the environment took care of each other.
Is it dangerous out here, or is it pretty chill?
It's very dangerous out here, especially at night.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been assaulted by a man. He hit me 5 times in my face already because I told him no for a sexual favor, and he got mad.
Is that a common situation out here?
For women, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm by myself, too.
How are the cops out here? Do they help you if you ask for help? Or?
You call the cops, they don't come.
Okay. Has the city ever... Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A girl across the street. There was a girl there all night long, and she was doing fentanyl.
Okay.
And the guy that lives there tried to wake her up, and she was dead, and he put the body outside. The police came and got the body.
Have you seen bodies out here in the water?
Oh, yeah, they put them in the lake. They sweep the lake all the time for bodies. This is a common place to dump a body.
Mario, you live right over here?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, you got shade at the very least.
Shade, I mean, it's a killer site. You buy water,
yeah.
But it's just the thought of being outside, homeless, in a tent, somewhere where you're not supposed to be.
Sure.
It kind of sucks.
How did you end up out here?
I would say the lack of help, proper resources.
Yeah.
And then, 2, the initiative to take, the action on myself, too.
Choose to be homeless, or did you get driven out by the pricing?
Driven out by the pricing and just like bullshit, a lot of bullshit.
Cost of living is astronomical, and working 2 jobs is still not a living wage. Some people say you need $400,000 a year just to be middle class. How do you feel about the social economics?
I want more 100% affordable housing.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say to the audience at home? Any advice for the kids, or at home with their parents, or any?
Stay in school.
Yeah.
Don't do what I did.
What did you do? How'd you end up out here?
Well, I wasn't the best kid. I didn't listen to. I was adopted. I didn't listen to my family. I went to Skyline. I never went to school for that whole period of the year, and Oakland Public School District expelled me. And then my mom countersued. She won, and then I got sent away. I got kidnapped and taken against my will.
What do you mean? Like one of those reformatory school things? Oh, yes. Shit, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
Like bag over your head, you wake up in the woods.
Yep.
Have you had tents light up on fire out here?
Yes.
Yeah.
That whole bridge, somebody set a fire at one tent and that whole bridge lit up.
Oh, shoot, okay. They've come down here and tried to sweep?
Yeah, but we wouldn't leave.
Okay, and they just give up?
Yes.
Okay. What do you do for food and water out here if you're immobile?
I normally go to the taco truck around the corner in Panhandle.
Okay.
And if someone has enough money, I'll do something strange for some change. I just hustle. But I get change in food stamps. I get my check tomorrow.
When you say strange for change, we're talking like sex work?
Favors, yeah.
You will accept housing if someone comes down from the city?
Yes, I will accept housing if someone comes down from the city.
Okay.
I'm tired. I want to go inside.
Do most people use out here?
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people have problems, mental problems, and some people are kind of unstable in their own way because of the lack of clean medicine.
Yeah.
And they use what they use because it helps.
They use it as a coping mechanism?
Yeah, I've seen it. There's people out here with, I have a friend that's autistic, and he uses that to kind of stabilize himself. It's fucked up because of the dirt and the shit that's in it.
Sure.
I have. Just recently, man, a lady came over here.
Thanks for your time.
And really kind of, she died.
Right in front of you?
Yeah.
Is there a world where you move to just a cheap town in the middle of the Midwest that costs $500 a month?
Not doing it.
Why not?
Because I love California.
Yeah.
And that's the state that I want to live in. And I was born here. And
are you sober?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extremely disturbing to see so many encampments all throughout the city, not just in one particular neighborhood, but all throughout Oakland. It seems like the quality of life here is non-existent. Disease is rampant, and this is what used to be a children's playground. This is Fallout 3.
Not necessarily child-proof anymore. So you guys understand, I've been to so many places at this point, I'm starting to lose my emotional sensitivity to what's going on here a little bit. I don't really know how to react anymore because at this point it's all starting to blend.
I mean, this car is floating right now.
Whoa.
What's going on?
That is crazy. All right, let's take a look at this. You guys are about to have your mind blown. Hey, what up? Where are we at right now?
We're in Oakland, California.
Okay, I just saw this car levitating. That's why I walked over here.
Are we in the park right now?
This is a park.
Okay. Does the city come out here and say, hey, let's get you guys in the shelter, or is it just like you're good to do whatever?
Well, unfortunately,
yeah.
The city doesn't do much.
Okay.
They do keep the porta potties out.
All right.
That keeps down the hips.
When's the last time this place was swept? You
Yeah,
know?
you have to answer that one.
It was a minute ago.
The inconsistency between the corrupt nonprofits, they get billions of dollars, and the nonprofits who are actually helping people, they get pennies, if that. Isn't that weird? The ones that are
That's
enabling,
not weird. That's
how they want it to go.
That's how it is, so that they still get the other people still get their money. You
That's
know what I
the
mean?
industry.
Like that's the industry, of course.
They call it the homeless industrial complex.
To live half comfortable, you have to be based on 2 incomes. 2 incomes easy, and that's the only way.
2 incomes.
2 incomes.
Right now, you guys are doing better than the city.
Yeah.
Some people are working.
That means a lot.
There's a thing called control chaos.
Yeah.
Like, a random person will just come and start like dumping trash themselves or start a fire or you know what I mean, and then they'll be like, oh
Make
yeah,
you guys look bad?
yeah, but half the time it ain't even us. It's people who are like this, because I've seen it. A fireman running in between, and I'm thinking on Wood Street, what the hell is that guy doing running between front line and back line? Nobody sees this guy? Okay, cool. Boom. 30 minutes later, boom, there's a fire, right? So the firemen come, and because when they're going to homeless camp, because there's sirens, it only goes like,
got it.
It's a low rear, you know what I mean? Yeah, real low. If you notice, they're going to homeless camp. Yeah, it's not really. Yeah, there you go.
That's DJ Fire Truck.
Please do not park blocking this driveway. Thank you. Zoom out a little bit. Look what we see. They are making it home right here.
Yes.
Lakeisha, how do you like Oakland?
It's a happening place, independent city,
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you feel safe living here?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a fair question.
Yeah, really very fair.
All right. Where are the cops out here?
They're all right. They're all right. They're all right by me.
Yeah. Can they do anything?
About this?
Yeah. Lawlessness?
No, they really can't.
No.
This is spiritual warfare. This is a job for God and his soldiers.
Yeah. Lakeisha, it's been an honor.
My pleasure. Anytime,
Tread
guys.
safely.
Ashante, merci beaucoup.
Oh, right.
Oh,
I love that.
shit.
I love that.
He's bilingual. Oh, do a little bit more. Wait, you like that? Wait, have you guys shaken hands?
Hell lovely.
It's nice to
Shake
meet
hands.
you.
Come
Very
on
nice
now.
to meet you. Give me some sugar.
Oh, yeah. Get over there.
I got a horrible.
Get over there. Give her a hug. Yeah, he's doing that high.
Gorgeous. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
All right, thank you. Are we gonna get a kiss on camera here or what?
No.
Do you think he's sexy?
He's sexy, is he? Man, he's more than sexy. He's hot.
Well, God bless you, sister. I
Well, God
appreciate
bless
the
you.
interview. You want a 6
Au revoir, mais oui, un beau coup.
Oh. Homelessness is rampant in the streets of Oakland, but how did it get to this point?
The crack era, which took place in the 80s, essentially the war on drugs back then really ignited a lot of chaos in the community, which of course led to more families struggling. The suffering that took place in the 80s led to an initiative to redevelop Oakland in the 90s. So in the 90s, a lot of revitalization started to take place, investments in the communities, and this led to a flourishing art and music scene, which led to Oakland and the San Francisco Bay Area at large to become the cultural capital of the world. And of course, this also led to a renaissance in the 90s with all the internet and the technology, Steve Jobs.
How did we get from Steve Jobs to stealing ATM machines with chains and breaking into McDonald's? This place used to be the cultural capital of the West Coast. Now, lawlessness and despair. But there's some cool neighborhoods.
That's what you describe Oakland as?
How you doing?
She's pissed. Yeah.
Hold on. Sister, can we interview you?
Wait a second. That hurt.
I know it hurt, but...
And it hurt to a depth because I'm a black woman.
Okay. You were upset a little bit. It's all love. It's all love. I'm not trying to piss anyone off.
Okay.
We're here with you now.
Okay.
And you're from Oakland?
Yeah.
Okay, so I struck an emotional chord.
For sure.
Talk to me, talk to me.
Yeah, my name is Jolie Zaradrevich.
Okay.
The Bay Area knows me. I don't even need to do the introduction.
All right.
I'm the co-developer underneath the Black Panther leader. So when you said like despair and loss in this city, the crime is because people are homeless. We are stealing basic necessities.
Sure.
People are bipping into cars because they are on the streets. So I wouldn't necessarily consider it to be crime. When you describe the city as craziness, I wouldn't put it as the word craziness. I would look at it as there's a political system where we've never had access to the rightful money that we're supposed to be at. Very much so.
Sure.
And you can see the political leaders around here pretty much not giving a about what
100%.
we're doing. And the very first people that they say, oh, there's this big crime surge is what they categorize as these black super predators. These young black men and black women who are on the streets struggling.
Help me understand Oakland a little bit more besides just like lawlessness and crime, because there is a little bit of that. We can't deny that, right?
Personally, I don't look at a crime. If you're going into Target, a multi-billion-dollar company, and stealing clothes, it's not a crime. You're resourceful.
Not a crime?
Hell no. You're resourceful as f. You're homeless.
That's where we disagree, I think.
You've been displaced. I mean, because you're white and I'm black, there's a whole nother socioeconomical piece that I have never had access to. So you can go into any single place and put your name on a piece of paper, apply for that job. You're not worried about if your name sounds too black. You're not worried about if when you show up, if you got to do something with your locks because it's inappropriate.
Question for you: is it different being a white dude versus a black dude versus a Mexican versus an Asian here in Oakland?
Everybody do the same thing, man.
Same shit, though?
Everybody do the same thing.
All right.
It's just that Asians, Hispanics, they stick together.
Okay.
Yeah, blacks, they kind of, I hate to say it, but blacks, they like crabs. They don't want to see, you know, they...
Crabs in a bucket?
Crabs in a bucket.
What about the whites? They're just dyeing their hair blue?
Y'all trying everything. Y'all trying to fit in, man.
They're trying to fit in?
Target enslaved my ancestors a year ago.
Target?
Target.
What did Target do?
If we really want to break down every single system that has truly impoverished our community, enslaved us, taken money from our families, and then displaced us as if now we're the burden to this entire city that was once 40% black.
Sure. But what did Target do, and at what point do we not uphold any values and we lead to...
At what point do we not uphold Target to then give back all of their funds that they can easily give back?
But if we steal from Target, then we steal from CVS, then we steal from Walmart, then the Walmarts leave, and then all we have...
But we built it.
No, but then all we have are corner stores in Oakland when we run out all these large businesses, right?
Our corner stores are mom and pop's own. They're black and brown owned. We don't steal from our corner stores. That's the crazy part.
Security footage shows a man walking into Ideal Market in Oakland and seconds later ripping out the store's ATM. It happened around 10 p.m. Thursday night while the store was still open with an employee inside.
We have ATM as a convenience for the neighborhood, for the customers that come here.
But
we could rock into
okay,
a
let's
corner
take Walmart's in Chicago.
Okay.
They're gone. Why are they gone?
Whose fault is that?
People stealing from Walmart.
Why did Walmart come into an urban city already and displace thousands of black people in an area where we needed housing first? Once we have housing, you can sustain yourself from there on in. Walmart. We're also in a generation where people do as trends. Honestly, I used to steal from stores.
Do like whites stick together, the blacks stick together, the Hispanics and Asians stick together, or does everyone just chill with each other?
Everyone's just people, but the blacks are the primary race in the community, but shit comes in all colors. There's good people in every race and there's bad people in every race.
100%.
We don't have time for racism. It's a long forgotten historical memory.
I agree that someone should not be defined by a felony conviction or a crime or past status, but we shouldn't glorify or promote or allow that to be the case, right? Like, if you need food, maybe we make food banks more available, but robbing the corner store or the Target's not the solution, right?
But the solution was never allowing for those businesses to ever come into fruition, knowing that, number one, this was first native land, Ohlone land. And we've killed almost 33 different tribes. And then you've taken Africans and brought them all through the country and pretty much exploited our bodies, our minds, and our spirits to create a Target, to create a Walmart, to create these banks that then further and exploit us. So yes, I'm not saying it's a right thing to do, but these big corporations have the power to change.
Sure.
That's the fucked up part, and they're not willing to change anything.
Can you explain to me what it is to be a black woman in America 2024?
I'm black. I'm a woman and I'm a worker and I'm queer. So I've got 4 different oppressional systems already fighting against me. I was raised by 2 white Caucasian parents.
Okay.
They abused me. They really broke me down. You could say I had a chance at life, but the people who were there to actually give me that life didn't give me that chance. But you said the word hope. I used to tell that to myself as I was at a bus stop, wondering what my next meal was gonna be. And I said, hope, I gotta be more than this. This cannot be it.
Well, this lady obviously wants the best for her community. When you have local rapping legends like the Jacka shot in the head while being in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people back in 2015, it's clear that senseless violence here in Oakland does not discriminate on who it victimizes.
He's yanking his stuff right in the middle of the street. Might not be safe to do that.
It's actually a woman, and might be down to do the interview, but it doesn't seem like she's in this dimension right now. She's in the middle of the road, which is a clear sign of
psychosis.
Or some kind of mental disability. I'm not a doctor.
Oh, let's center this for a minute. Why isn't she in a psych ward?
And since the law is barely enforced or punished, it slowly becomes free game for looting, break-ins, and theft.
Also, if you're at the airport, do not leave your luggage behind. It may be somewhere out here like this, somewhat unavoidable. Darren, they even got a fridge. Brand new fridge. Check this out.
But luckily, the few rare nonprofits and organizations still trying to make a change.
What are you guys up to?
Hey man, just, you know,
I respect
Salvation Army, you know what I mean?
All right, on. You guys want to share any thoughts on what's going on here in Oakland?
Hey man, what's going on in Oakland, man? It's a travesty, man.
Yeah, I agree.
With all this homelessness going on, man, I really hope that Gavin Newsom spent that $1 billion well, you know what I'm saying, to take care of the homeless, you know.
We're on the 20-year anniversary of his 10-year plan to solve homelessness in California. Billions of dollars later, the situation has only gotten worse. What's going on, brother?
What's going on is these rules and regulations that they're stipulating on the homeless, you know what I mean? There's a lot of drug and mental problems going on right now. They need to take care of that first before they do anything.
I was out here before. Now I'm at a Salvation Army.
There's a lot of sober people out here. Actually, they don't smoke cigarettes or drink. They're sober and they're out here.
But they got the image that they do.
Their rent is too high, I guess.
It's the work. It's hard to get jobs. It's hard to do a lot of things out here without having the actual knowledge and structure to do it.
If you guys are hurting and struggling, this is a male ARC, so there's no females allowed. The other ARC that we have for females is in San Francisco. But you can come right in. We can do the paperwork for you.
Located here at?
What? 601 Weber Street, Oakland, California. You know what I mean?
While saving the city can seem like an uphill battle, this is a fight worth fighting both here and every other community suffering similar problems. While billions of dollars have been spent, and with the problems facing Oakland only seeming to get worse, addressing the problems your community faces, holding your local politicians accountable, and having the courage to speak up when the opinion is unpopular is critical to continue living in communities worth living in.
Next speaker, please.
Oh shit, there he is, there he is.
Good afternoon, San Francisco supervisors. Stand before you today with a heavy heart as I speak about
something that's really important to me and probably every mother and father in our community, and that is the presence of fentanyl on our playgrounds and in our schools. I implore you to take divisive and decisive action. A lot of the people who are ransacking our grocery stores, who are breaking into our apartments, my apartment's been broken into 3 times. I've had to waken up to burglars kicking in my door and fighting off burglars with my own 2 bare hands while my girl's screaming bloody murder. And that's happened more than once, more than I care to remember. And I'm just wondering if the people on top of the hill, living on top of the hill, have ever had to fight for their life.
Wow,
man.
No, powerful words, man.
I was wondering, you know, if people living on top of the hill have ever had to fight for their lives. The lack of leadership in San Francisco, the chaos in San Francisco is having a negative impact on Oakland, and they have become intertwined. Both communities have reached terminal velocity in their collapse, and they're kind of just doing like a death spiral.
If you want to stay up to date on the Bay Area, go follow Darren at Darren Stahlcup on Twitter, and thanks for watching.